Hello everyone, I'm just coming to you this evening. Wanted to drop a little note about something that I had in my spirit the past few days, and that is, are we worldly enablers or are we kingdom advancers? And I just got to thinking about that and what that actually means. And I think sometimes, it's so often that we have people that come to us for help, and I know you have people that come to you. We all have people. We all have those encounters with people. And I began to think of, why are there so many people out there that it's just like they're in this cycle, day in, day out, month after month, year after year. They remain the same. And the truth of it is, some people just don't want to change. And and I hate that, because I want to help everyone. I'd love to see everyone changed. But some people just aren't going to do that. But I also began to think, I know people that's went for help. I know that, people have sat down with us. I've seen them sit down with other people. And I'm always like, did they leave changed? Did they leave different in a good way when they left our meeting, our just, our encounter? And I think sometimes we get caught up just as bad as those that hop from, seeking a word. They hop from church to church to get help, or, person to person, and sometimes that becomes their full-time job, is seeking help. And sometimes I think that we, as the one who wants to help, can get caught up in that as, oh, I'm just being a good Christian, which, think about that, good Christian. There shouldn't be bad Christians. But I mean, we should really just stop and think, are we doing our job? Because people should leave changed, full of hope, full of power, and know that they can go out and they can get out of their situation. They should have a game plan, okay? Let's equip these people. Let's show them that there's a way out. Call out that goodness in them. Release the treasure within them. And I just think on that, because sometimes I think when we get in that cycle, just as they do, oh, let's help them. We'll give them a little bit here. We'll give them a little bit there. Sometimes you'll give them a place to stay, or, whatever it is, whatever the situation is. Sometimes I think we just get caught up in enabling them to remain, and they should not remain the same. They should always leave better than when they came in. And I know sometimes, people get frustrated, or they think that we're being harsh when we say things like that. And it's not that we're being harsh. It's that, we want to see people operating to their fullest. There's a whole world that's waiting on people to walk in their calling. And if we don't pull them out of that mess, then we're not affecting anything. And so a lot of people want to go to that scripture over in Galatians where it says to, how does it say, carry one another's burdens, and that's true. But on down in there, it says that, every person should, bear their own load. I think here's their own load. I think it's how it says it. And, that means that they have to do their part. They have to get up. They have to want the help. You have to hate your situation so bad that you refuse to remain the same. And it's not until you hate being there that you're going to change and be like, what can I do to make it better? We've all been in positions that, we needed help, that we needed that little boost. We had to go see someone for help, or we had to, whatever it may be. We've all been there. But it wasn't until people would get tough with us or show us a way out that our situation began to change. And we need to be those people. We need to be the people that are advancing the kingdom and telling others how they can come out of this stuff. We're not getting anywhere. We're getting in as big of a cycle as they are. So I know I'm not meaning to ramble. I know we're going to do some teachings on this. Kevin and I both have, had a heart lately, and we're trying to get some things together to get some teachings together on, not just finances, but just how to walk in your everyday life, how to reach people and equip them for their work, for their calling. And so I'm not going to go into too much, but I just wanted to just give you that little tidbit of, and get your mind thinking, get your wheels turning. How do people leave when they leave you? And think about those people. Think about the past few people that you have helped. Are they better off when they left you? Did you sow into them? Did you equip them enough to where they was able to walk on their own? Or did you enable them to remain the same, and they're still in the cycle of they need their hand held the whole time? And when they're babes, that's one thing. When you get a new believer, they're going to be on milk for a while, so to speak. But there has to become a point where you have got to start giving them meat. You've got to start giving them their way on. They have to want it themselves. They got to get up and walk. They got to get up and go. And if we aren't showing them how to do those things, then they will constantly be on the milk. If you've got 30 and 40-year-olds who can't function without you holding their hand and making their every move, there's a problem, and maybe they're 30 to 40-year-olds or older who just come to Christ, and that's different. I'm not saying that. You got to know my heart. You got to know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean. But if they're new, that's one thing. But when we've got immature people that are still repeating the same cycle over and over, there's a problem. And we've got to get back to equipping. We've got to get back to the basics. We've got to get back to advancing the kingdom, because there's some great things coming, and there's already great things coming. I know sometimes the news gets us distracted, and it's always negative. There's still good things going on that we don't always get to hear about, but so don't get focused on the negative. There are good things out there, but let's focus. We've got to be ready. We've got to get prepared for what's coming, because if we don't, we're going to have a mess. And so it's time that we equip the saints for the work of the ministry. And that is our job. That's our heart. And we want to be able to do that. We want to be able to do more. So if you have questions, if you're looking for teachings that you need us to talk about, we want to be able to help with that. So please message us, drop a note below, so we can help equip. We want to do our part. And so I just wanted to explain that a little bit as far as what I was meaning about, are we enabling people to remain, or are we advancing them? Are we helping them walk to their fullest and helping them be everything that they can be through Jesus Christ? And so that's just a little note tonight. Like I said, we'll be doing more of these, to go further into it, go into, deeper depth. But I love you guys. Thank you for listening, and we will talk again soon.